Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Wait! Ready!
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
One day!
Watch twits!
Topper!
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And his throw is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Dad! Ready!
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the gun, Flacco. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Titan football.
Check. 47.
50!
Rodgers now on 1st down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
The tackle made by Kareem Jackson. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Titans.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
You got 58.
Check 3, check 3. Kill.
Easy. Yeah, Liz.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. Smith catches left side. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is fielded at the 7. A good return there, 17 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking with those big behemoths starting to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there, getting him the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Isaac Yiland in there to pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Box it. Hey, 88. Hey, wahoo!
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. And that is caught. Walker. Touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Flacco. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Behind sack on 80. Roger, 5-0. 5-0. Hey, Serve it.
55, Mike.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken around the 12. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harold Landry able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Flacco. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey. Mike,
Hey, exit.
Mike,
3rd and long for Joe Flacco. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Fielded just inside the 20. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Say. Bang, 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 bang.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Rodgers. It's complete to Brown, right side. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Titans. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To pass, Flacco. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Flacco looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
A 1st down carry for Henry. On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks. Check.
Hey, 88.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Derrick Henry. And he will take Derrick Henry. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And that's here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
27 yards there, a 1st down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Hallen Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz. made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. On first down, Rodgers looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, and it's second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Rodgers will try again on second down. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphreys. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
We got to get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, Haywood.
Here's Flacco. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
Well, a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Get that quarterback.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the second-round pick in 2018.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball,
Pressure comes.
offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, foxtrot.
Another good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. On second and 9, Flacco got his man complete over the middle. It's Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be third down.
It's a gain of 5.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Yellow.
55, Mike 55.
Flacco from the gun. Gets it off to Freeman. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, it's Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down.
Hey, 626.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to be stopped short of a first down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. He's coming. Double
Block
up.
it.
He's coming. Double up.
80.
Switch.
Be wide.
Slam.
Swing.
On first down, Flacco. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, Monday.
Flacco. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Flacco. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
Drop deep.
Stand 300. Stand 300. Hey, flex.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Hey, high 7.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Titans. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. One play, and oh, it's blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense.
Oh, we got it. Good job, D.
Following the botch PAT, they're set to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being... too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Yo, Lee!
Now Flacco. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what...
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Harold Landry able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Roger, 5-0.
Passing play, Flacco airing it out for Hamilton. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco under pressure, and Flacco's going to be dropped. Harold Landry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Here's Flacco. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Setting up to throw, Flacco. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Courtland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as...
And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there of playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. 28 yards the game there on the catch and run. Rodgers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Past the 20. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Titans. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a...
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from the 20. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, and he's got him in the lead.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 15-yard line.
From the gun, Flacco. And his throw here's incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 24-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, it's Henry. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch the pass. Whip.
They'll try to run for the 1st with Henry. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Ryan Suckup for the Titan field goal. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And taken right at the 35. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Titan football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll run it again with Henry. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11.
Inside. Don't get nervous. Kill.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee.